Carol Borum Hayes' work, I think is a wonderful example of somebody who loves to work with metal.
Well, I work with found metal. I get this from mostly salvage yards these days. I'm drawn to the rawness, the brutality of the material, but I'm also connected it to a lot of the ideas that I work with in my materials. The fact that we are in many ways connected to a very industrialized society, whether we realize it or not. All of the products that we use, all of the things that we wear, all of these things are produced in factories, and these factories extract their raw materials from nature. But I also know what's going on in the environment today, and that is that a lot of our materials that we use as a consumer society that we keep throwing away come from these processes. But they seduce us, right? Our consumer society seduces us. There's all of these things that we want, and we're all guilty of wanting these things and not always thinking about the consequences. And so I want my pieces to be that kind of seductive yet kind of monstrous blend.
Carmel Buckley is probably one of the artists in this show whose work I've known the longest. Carmel always is doing drawing.
I started the drain drawings about 10 years ago, so I decided to take rubbings from these drains and draw on top. And I liked the history, I liked the element of the worn nature of the metal. And I'm also interested in mark making. They start to become something else. They start to have the possibility for another read. And I think sometimes the drawing on top maybe pulls out the patterning or an abstraction in the work. We see the thing, but we also see another way of reading it. And I think I'd like that for the viewer to see something again that they've never considered and to want to stay with it.
Her work is always really, really based on positioning things as well, and has for a long time had, I think, interest in what you might think of as the creative generative power of play.
Probably as children, playing games is a way of making us understand the world and getting ready for adulthood as well, or we understand culture through games, I think. Some of the work I link to motherhood. The large life-size heads are of my son when he was about 9. I modelled his head in clay and then I cast it in both aluminum and bronze. And so this is really like a life game. It could be, you could see it as something that's very playful, but also, you know, I think games really reflect how we live.
There's work that's funny, there's work that is very poignant. There are things that if you think about it might make you melancholy. You know, although we've come a long way in many, many ways, it's not that often that you will have a chance to see this much work by women who are working in metal and doing it in all kinds of different ways. And I think it's great work, and I hope people come to see it just for the fun of that.